Welcome to this week's edition of Idol Talk. I'm Amanda Winkle.
I'm Catie Fry.
And this week we were kind of disappointed with the episodes. We had Denver, and then we had kind of what was the best of Hollywood week. So Catie, you want to talk about Denver a little bit?
Yeah, this really just wasn't an exciting week overall. Like you said, we didn't really have a lot of great things, a lot of bad people, but nothing really stood out again this week. I'm still waiting for my star to come through. But definitely in Denver, we had a few really good people. One of my favorites, her name was Danelle. She had a 3-year-old son, which we noted that there were a lot of parents.
There was a lot of parents on the Denver episode.
Yeah.
Not that anything's wrong with that. I want to be a parent myself someday, but it was interesting to know.
Yeah, definitely a trend. But she was really good. I was thinking she was a cross between Pink and Jennifer Hudson. That was my analysis of her, and she was really good. She made it through to Hollywood. And then we also had a hilarious bit with a guy named Casey James, who was 27 years old. He was really soft-spoken, and he had a really good voice. But the judges went on and on about how much he looked like a model. And Randy said, "What is this, Project Runway?" Because they just went on and on about the girls just doing it on. But he was really good. I don't remember if he made it through, but
I think he did. They made him take his shirt off. It was very weird.
A little weird, yeah. And then also, day 2 of Denver, we had 2 really good people that I remembered. We had Nikki Nix. Now, this girl flew all the way from Florence, Italy, and we were a little confused about this.
Is she American?
Yeah,
is
American Idol.
Smithson?
Yeah, is this allowed? But she did really good. She was really sweet, and what came out wasn't what you expected, and she went on to Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see what she does next. And then one of your favorites was Haley.
Yes, she sounded like Carrie Underwood. She's a 16-year-old girl. She's a black girl. She wants to be involved with country, which is kind of atypical because the judges even noted that she comes in and she didn't sing like Mary J. Blige or anything else or something you'd expect her to sing. Yeah. And she was really good.
Yeah, and she actually sounded like Carrie Underwood.
Mm-hmm. So that would be exciting.
So that was really it for Denver.
Yeah. And last night's episode was called The Road to Hollywood, which made me think that it was going to be in Hollywood and about Hollywood Week.
Or a sneak peek.
Yeah, but no, it was basically just all 7 audition cities, like, here's what we couldn't fit into the other episodes. Yeah. So that was kind of a disappointment. But they did talk about something you liked, Catie.
Oh, at the very beginning of this show, I was so pleased. They acknowledged that Larry Platt had just hit this huge mark of fame. And they did a whole bit about him and how much he...
Pants on the ground, in case you don't remember.
Pants on the ground. Yeah, we love Pants on the ground. And they noted that it's all about picking a special song, blah, blah, blah. So they used that introduction to take off the show, but really the whole show was kind of a dud overall.
Yeah, it was kind of
a
little lame-ish.
Yes.
They had some interesting contestants. They had Dee Dee, who auditioned in memory of her friend Rebecca.
Oh, I love this
She sang Hey Jude.
She did an amazing job. When you take a song and she's singing it and you don't recognize what the song is until later and you figure out it's Hey Jude, she did such an amazing original version that I really, really liked it, and I really liked her.
Yeah.
And they said she had huge potential.
Another guy I liked, he auditioned in Orlando as Big Mike. He's a personal trainer. You remember him?
Oh my goodness,
guns?
Oh my goodness, the guy was huge.
I was like, man, he's got big guns.
I know.
But he had a good voice to go along with the big guns.
He did.
It was all good. But yeah, and then, there weren't too many other bright spots. There was 181 golden tickets given out, 100,000 people auditioned. So all in all, it was good auditions. But this last week, it was just lame. So we are ready for Hollywood Week.
We're ready. Moving on. Okay, so we're really looking forward to Hollywood Week, and just to wrap up this episode, a few things that we're looking forward to and anticipating. One is Ellen's arrival as a judge, the big thing this year in Idol, and we are very anxious to see how she's going to interact with the contestants, and we really are a little nervous that it's going to be a lot of jokes and not a lot of constructive comments or a constructive criticism. So.
Well, if last night's clip that we saw was any indication, she gave some okay comments. She wasn't like, hey, look at me, and making jokes.
Yeah.
She was being serious. I mean, that was only like a 30-second clip, but if that's any indication, then it should be okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be alright with this.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely see how it goes.
And also they were saying it's more drama and more emotion than ever before.
Yeah, than ever before.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, every year it's like that.
So they always say that. So we shall see. So we'll be back next week with a recap of Hollywood Week.
Yeah. Make sure you join us for Idol Talk.
Bye.